Akashic Records is a multi-dimensional space, like a space, like a library that is stored with our records. Hi, I welcome you as you join this video, as you join this chat, as you um, seek for knowledge, and I thank you for taking your time. And this video is going to be on Akashic Records and flow of consciousness, the money edition. Space is a safe space for spiritual person. It can even be ordinary person, but this is a space for you to learn and to reflect on your growth, on your spiritual awareness together. My name is Olubukola, daughter of the river. I am the founder and the creative director of Mistimo Enterprises. I would love us to take deep breaths together, reading in four, hold for four, then release for four. Repeat. Oh, on today's topic, we are going to be talking on Akashic Records and how we can use this flow of consciousness to tap into any Akashic records that that is in our soul. Akashic records is a multi-dimensional space, like a space, like a library that is stored with our records. Some records that existed in our past, in our present, and in our future, because we for sure lived more than one life. So the Akashic Records is like our soul library that would bring out what we have done in our past. When I talk about soul, I'm talking about beyond the physical, our spirit realm. That means the soul, the life that we've lived beyond this time and above this time. So, if you know what I'm saying, think of Akashic Records as a multi dimensional parallel timeline where we can access every reality, informations, like wisdoms, like infinite guides, every reality where you can access it just like a library. So understanding the meaning of Akashic records is simply understanding the library of your souls, like checking all records, all informations that you have lived in this present life, in this past life, and in a possible life, because we have all lived this life once before. Tapping into these informations to bring out feelings, emotions that were happening in the past for you, and you can still try to process in this future or in this present self, so you can get to redirect everything and walk through what is trying to show the same pattern in your present life. So like I said, think of it as a multi-dimension. Think of Akashic record like a multi-dimensional parallel timeline where you can access all of your informations, all of your reality, all of your memories inside these records. um we can tap into cosmic
Yes.
dimensions to remember and expand our energetic field, like your energetic field of money, your energetic field of love, of relationship, of career, of marriage. Today, we will be tapping into the cosmic dimension of wealth, and we'll be working with the team of wealth to expand our financial energetic field. We are going to also be touching on the misconceptions that the Akashic records have, because people think that thought, every random thought that you get from meditating is actually something to ponder on. But actually, sometimes it might be as a result of stress, or maybe your art wants creativity, not necessarily is spiritual. And also, some people think that all your dreams needs to be predicted. You know, is not totally true, because all you need is to just reflect on the emotions that you're actually feeling after your dream. It's not every dream that carries the same kind of message. So we also need to know about the differences between our intuition, our imagination. Your intuition is actually an inner sense or inner knowing that comes in, that inner knowing that is very clear, that will come into you. And you wouldn't need to convince yourself actually. For example, like you just know it. You just have that knowing. You don't know why, but you have that knowing that you don't feel that this opportunity is actually the right one for you. And imagination is your mind's ability to create ideas, to create like images, like a story, to create a story, or like possible outcome. You can imagine it. So that imagination itself is like a feeling, and it can actually be an intentional feeling. Yeah, it can actually be an intentional feeling, or a spontaneous feeling, but it's just like a feeling that you can create, that you can imagine with your ideas. For example, like you creating a story in your mind, you imagine that story. So imagination is not something that is bad, or something that is not a necessity. It's something that is a very essential for like a creative person, and it can help you solve your problems, and it can also help you visualize very well. Thoughts can be like a constant mental activities of the mind, and your thoughts can come from your memories. Your thoughts can also come from worries, from stress, from your plans, from your conversations, or from things that you've seen or you've heard around. And you need to know that it is not every thought that requires an action, that requires an interpretation. Also, our dreams, they occur during the sleep. And you need to know that our dream includes processing daily experiences, like your daily experiences that you've been going through in your life, that are processing in a more restful state. So there are memories, there are emotions, and they are like symbolic imagery. That's why some people, we see animals, we see symbols, we see signs in our dreams. And some people actually believe that some certain dreams can have spiritual significance. It's true. Yeah. Reflection is very important rather than just assuming. So you need to be very careful that reflection is important rather than assuming. So our ancestors are deceased family members who are honored, venerated, and remembered. Our spiritual guides, they include the non-physical um helper. Ancestors are the deceased family members that we honor and we remember and we venerate. While our spiritual guides, they include the helper that we cannot see. They are not physical. They are in the thin air, but they are surely helping us. And they support our growth, support our belief systems, and these meanings go in different ways across traditions, across belief systems, across the cultures, because we don't all believe in one particular thing, which is not meant to be because Olodumare is one, Orun is one, Ori is one, and we all need to know that not every spiritual path includes the concept of Akashic records, because some of them they describe it as just something that has gone, because some people don't believe in reincarnation. So, and when we talk about Akashic records, we talk about spiritual records of our consciousness. Akashic record is a spiritual belief system rather than a concept that is established by scientific um evidence. So apparently an Akashic record is like you trying to tap into libraries. So you need to be very patient. You need to be very, very patient, and you need to study, and you need to be humble, and you need to be very discerning. You need to have your discernment in check. I would like us to now go into the flow of consciousness. This is a way of tapping into our Akashic records. And today we'll be tapping into the money edition. We're going to tap into the spirit of money. How does it work for us? How does it connect us to the source? And how our current energy is related to money. Also, take some moments, a quiet moment. Take out your water, your journal, your pen, and join in as we flow into the consciousness of our soul, of our Akashic records. We are going to be setting timer on each questions. We have like how many questions here? So the first question on the money edition of our Akashic records will be, what is the spirit of money? What is the spirit of money? How does how does money work for me. So before we do this, I want us to tap into our intuition, our imagination, our thoughts, and our desires. I want us to take deep breaths in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale through the mouth for 4 seconds. Now let's ask ourselves, what does money means to me? How does money work for me? Set your time to 5 minutes and just write till 5 minutes is over. What is the spirit of money and how does it work for me? 5 minutes, write without thinking, just write. So we have 3 minutes more. If you cannot write anything, just keep writing anything or just da, 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 da. Alright, and we are done. So how do we feel writing that? For me, I actually found the meaning of my money spirits because we asked for what is the spirit of money. So I found out the way money works for me because money is a spirit. So I found out how money get to move to me by me going flowing like water. So I found out as I was writing because I was just writing. So that's why I said do not think about it. So the second question, we're going to go for 3 minutes. We're going to go for 3 minutes. So second question is what what is my current stand in the spirit of money? Okay, where do I stand in the spirit of money? What is my current stand in the spirit of money. Where do I currently stand in the spirit of money? So we're going to go for 3 minutes. We're going to go for 3 minutes and write down everything that you think, that you feel, that you sense, that you imagine. Just write them down. So let's start. And stop. Okay. So the third question says, what am I resisting from? What am I resisting from coming in at this time when it comes to abundance and money? What am I resisting from coming in when it comes to abundance and money? So what am I resisting myself from coming in when it comes to abundance and money? So we are going to go for 3 minutes also. So let's go. So the next question is, what is the one thing I can do to receive abundance every day? Like, what is the secret for me today that I can do to receive abundance? What is the money guide that I can work with to receive abundance? So let's start into our soul for 4 minutes. Let's go. Whew, that was a lot. Hmm. I hope we are able to say that this is one way money is related to me. This is a way I have a relationship with money. This is how money comes in. This is how money goes. Because money is spirit. And I hope we have a tangible answer to that question about how to receive more money and how to let go of any blockages that stand in between um, you and money. I hope this was it was helpful. The noise is really, 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 really disturbing, and I actually wanted to get it done today so I don't postpone it again. I don't keep postponing and getting my spirit of procrastination. So the next teaching will be very conducive than this, and I hope we get more people on the mystic cycle because that is where I share my spiritual readings, my teachings, my wisdom, my learning, and that is where I grow as a community, and we are growing together as a community. So I would love you to join the Mystic Circle. The website link is below in the description, and I'd like you to subscribe to join my channel as we uncover the mysteries and the magical aspects to the life that we live in and beyond multi-universe and multi-dimensions. And thank you so much again for joining in, and see you next time. Bye bye.